I am so grateful and happy. We have a wonderful and tremendous book signing event today. Hundreds of people came. It was absolutely awesome. And here is some of the memorabilia that we had out for everyone to see. Kind of tell the story of my career through the years. Here's some things, articles from magazines and newspapers and pictures from some of the fights that I did, or some of the pictures of the card. It's really fun to see some of this stuff that I haven't seen in a long time. Here is a couple of my 10 Dan certificate. This one is by Grandmaster Nesbitt. Okay, before he passed away, I was his very last Dan promotion. And so I'm very honored to have that. And this is by the International Martial Arts Council of America. The president is Mr. Terry, Grandmaster Terry, so I'm very, very honored. Here is when we opened, or when we aired our first television show. That article came out. And that was me when I was 6 years old. And my grandpa told me to do a fighting stance, and that's what I did. This is one of my Hall of Fame awards in 2013 as a leader in the martial art industry. Here is a picture of some of my World Championship belts. I had not all of them, but we brought some of them. And this one actually correlates with that picture. I didn't realize this until now. That picture of me winning that battle is actually getting that belt. And this is my WPKO world title. I was very proud of this one because it's one of the belts that Benny Urquidez held at a point in his career. This is my boxing coach, Pepe. I love Pepe. And I had two mentors in my life that I love like fathers. My boxing coach and one of my masters. Pepe is one of them. He's still alive. He must be 84 years old this year, or getting close to it. And so he coached the last 6 years of my boxing and kickboxing career. And this is a picture of me and Mr. Bill Wallace. He was my first inspiration in kickboxing, and because of his guidance and really shaped me as a fighter, even when I was very young. This is my very last belt that I got when I retired. I got this belt in 2005, June 4th, from George Bustamante for this belt. This is my grandmaster, my closest grandmaster. I mentioned earlier that I had two people who were my main mentors in my life, and one was my boxing coach, Pepe, and my Grandmaster Jin Pal Kim. Everyone knows him not for being my master, but because he was master of Jackie Chan and many other movie actors from back in the day. He even made 7 movies himself. He was a pretty cool guy, and I love him so much, and also he's like a father to me as well. This is my PKF world title belt. This is my KICK world title belt. This was 135 pounds. This one I think was 139 pounds. This is Manuel Agrella. He's my Kyokushin grandmaster. He was a 10 Dan. I got my 8 Dan with him in Kyokushin. So he passed away right after COVID. I think he was 92 years old. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was. This is Lama Rinpoche. He's one of my spiritual teachers, spiritual master. He's a Lama from Tibet. And he really taught me the communion between you and the universe, and how to find that peace within your own self. Forever grateful of his teachings. And this was my first international title that I got. It's a North American title. These are my good friends that I train with all the time. Master Dog and Grandmaster Eric. We train together all the time, and I love them very, very much. And here is some oldies, some really cool oldie stuff. These gloves, I trained with these gloves the last 6 years of my boxing career. And this is the gloves that Pepe, my boxing coach, used to tie on my hands every single day before hitting the pads and the bags. And these gloves right here, I fought with them, I want to say 1990, and in Chile. You know, that was a long time ago. And I don't think I was even pro yet. And then I used them to train for a long time. You see, they have a lot of love. They were very well loved gloves. Love to be retired for a couple of decades now. These gloves are very special. You know, Grandmaster Nesbitt, he gave me my 10 dan, and he wanted me to be his last. And in 1997, I fought his son for the first time. I fought him 3 times actually. And I was very poor at the time. When he found out how poor I was, that I used to train in the streets, and I remember I tied the cushions of a sofa on a tree, and that was my bag. I used to run up and down in the mall in Virginia, in a spot on the roof. You know, when he found out my story, you know, how I trained, he was so moved by it. He sent me a full truck full of equipment, like boxing gloves, helmets, bags, speed bags, anything you can think of. And these gloves were part of that. And I trained with these gloves, kickboxing. I used to train with them at nighttime, and every day, just because he gave them to me. They were special. And right before he gave me my 10 dan, I believe that was in the year 2020, and I trained with these gloves until Wednesday, and then I retired them. And on Saturday, when he gave me my 10 dan, I asked him to sign this glove for me. And I told him the story of these gloves, that he gave them to me in case he forgot. And I trained with these gloves all of these years, and that was very moving to him. And he passed away very soon after that, so I am forever grateful to Grandmaster Nesbitt. And this is the headgear that I used to use to spar when I was a pro fighter. This is the one that I like the most. I got this headgear, I don't know, mid-90s maybe. And then I got other headgears. They had better technology, they were better headgears, more expensive headgears, hundreds of dollar headgears. But I was going back to that headgear. I love that headgear. I was very comfortable with it, and I loved it very much. This was my speed bag that I used to use, my personal speed bag. It didn't matter where I trained, which boxing gym I had to go to, whatever, I always carried this speed bag with me. And because I liked the dimensions, it was perfect for me. I loved it. And I used it all the way until I retired. These were my wraps that I used. The very last ones that I got when I was still fighting, you know. And here we have some shorts that I use in various fights when I used to do Muay Thai and then training back in the, I want to say, in the 90s. I fought primarily in the 90s. That was my fighting grounds. This is a uniform that I wore when I was 15 years old, 1988. I had this uniform and I trained with him. It used to be really black, like dark black, and it's all gray now. This picture right here, I mean, this teacher is a teacher, if you look at it, it says June 4, 2005. It's actually the official teacher when I retired. And I have an oldie one right there, you know, as a memory of that day, you know. Here, very special, is a picture of my very last fight when I knocked out George Bustamante. And these are the gloves that I used on that fight. Isn't that cool? The very same gloves that I used on that fight. These are the pants that I used throughout my career. I think I got these pants in 1998. I started fighting with these pants. And I used them all the way to the end of my career. Same pants, every fight. Unless it was a boxing fight, then I would use this. but all royal blue. That was the color that I liked. You know, that was my signature color, royal blue. And this was my robe that I use probably since the mid-90s, 95 maybe, all the way to the end of my career as well, when I retired in 2005. And this is the reason why we were here today. We're launching our new book. More than launching, we were celebrating the award that we got, you know, and we won in the personal growth category, and as the book of the year. So I'm so excited and proud. Me and my wife actually did this work, and we got the Spanish version and the English version. And now this book is getting to people all across the world. And it makes me so happy to see that people get to enjoy the benefits of these principles and these teachings that can help people transform their lives, you know. And they're not my principles. I just happened to learn them when I was young, and I wrote them so everyone could benefit from them and enjoy them. So thank you for watching, and I'm so grateful for all the people that came to support us today in our event. Thank you, everyone. I am so grateful to have you in my life.